Have you ever eaten coxinha or pão de queijo?
Yeah.
We are like 60 exchange students. Good.
What is the most interesting thing that you learned here in Brazil that you can learn in Romania or United States?
Do you like athletic animals? Do you like soda?
This will be all about until all about community and everything about government. I have a dog. And I have a cat. Do you guys want to see a picture of my dog? And
Yeah.
Here like Rafa and Natiru. I really do like the cat you. In
You're recognizing more Paul Harris Fellow Awards today. I was very excited to be able to award 2 last week. And as a club, this is almost hard to believe that there have been 9 total awards already since July. So it's been great being president during this time and that everybody's hitting these marks. I want to thank you for your commitment to the Rotary Foundation and all of the accomplishments that your donations make possible here, district-wide and internationally. I also wanted to mention that the Rotary Foundation has declared a disaster of magnitude and created the Hurricane Melissa Response Fund to support disaster response grants in communities that have been adversely affected by Hurricane Melissa. So please consider this option when you're considering a donation this month. These pledges to the Hurricane Melissa Response Fund do go to your Paul Harris Fellow recognition as well. I want to make a special thanks to Diane and Stephanie, I don't know if anybody signed up for our cleanup crew, but I know they'll be.
Carla Club.
Okay, Carla. But I know there's always going to be 4 or 5 who are doing it anyway, so thank them in advance. Tanya again for organizing lunches here, and John again for the IT and for being able to spring into action to get the video up for our Outbound. We really appreciate that. And I hope everybody got a chance to see our upgraded website, which I think is awesome. It's great to see everybody and see another full packed house. It's been awesome. And we're very excited that we get to host our District 510 governor, our former Newport club member and past president, I believe, from 92, 93, 91, 92, 93, for our presentation today. In addition to all of her service to Rotary for the last 37 plus years, Chris is a business coach, consultant, and trainer. She not only soars in business and service to our club, but she's also an advanced hang glider pilot. I don't know if she's still doing that, but maybe. But she certainly has had a passion for leadership, adventure, and service. And we're so lucky to have her as a past member and past president of our club and our District 510 governor. Having somebody with that much energy, experience, it's been great for not just for us locally, but for our entire district. So while she's still trying to chew, I'm going to say, please stand and join me in welcoming Chris Waugh.
Yeah, I better stand.
I'll get out of your way, but
No, you won't.
Okay, so we have some awards.
Okay. I have stuff I have to bring. So
I have to use the microphone for.
I will. Where's the camera for the online? Right there. Hi.
Actually don't have as many as normal.
One of the things I send out, or my logistics coordinator sends out to the club presidents when I'm going to visit, it explains things like, what club is it that I'm going to? Where am I supposed to go? When am I supposed to meet? I love your new venue. Hello. Big step up. I wouldn't be surprised if it costs more. But there's a value and a perception of who you are by where you are. So good job, you guys. But I digress. By the way, I don't have a presentation. I'm just gonna talk with you, okay? Because you guys are doing an awesome job. But one of the things that I ask each president is to name some people that should get awards. Because you guys are all special, and every president says, well, all of them should get awards. Brian whittled it down to 6. So you want to help me do those? So explain why you chose each of these and use the microphone.
So again, there's a lot of people. We have a lot of all-stars in our club. But I did want to recognize a lot of the effort that's come into making this transfer here and the efforts that we've had. So the first one I would like to recognize is John Zagel. And this, I don't know if everybody ought to know, you know, there's a whole bunch of pieces of our, it's not just a tripod that holds up our stool here. There's a lot of legs to this table, but certainly this is one of the big legs. So, you know, without the IT support, we lose a lot of our members who want to be here, want to participate, but can't be here in person all the time, as well as facilitating with all of our presenters. And everything else that, you know, the videos that pop up at the last second.
A new website.
Yeah, it's everything. So I wanted to say this is one of the above and beyond awards for John Zagel.
Yeah.
Big leg.
Big leg. Big leg award.
With it being Foundation Month, it's also appropriate that we're recognizing Rick Day today. Rick, if I could have you come up. Rick's another one who's, you know, every board meeting, being involved with, not just with the foundation, but he took on fundraising, basically doing, I mean, I'm not going to say he did it 100% on his own, but it's got to be over 90% of organizing the concert. The silent auction, everything he did for that, and everything he does, again, for trying to encourage us to be part of the foundation, keeping track of Paul Harris points, getting Paul Harris points transferred, all the logistical stuff that really none of us are good enough or know how to do it without going to Rick. So we've really benefited with having Rick in our club, being transferred here, to have somebody with as much experience as he has in Rotary. He might be kind of new here. He's obviously got lots of experience and been with Rotary for a long time. And so another above and beyond award. Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. Hey. I can let you get away yet. Everybody's learning, you gotta stay here. Thank you. The next one, Guy, could you come on up? So most of us here know all of the time and effort. Again, Guy's one of the people who's at every board meeting, making decisions for the club, carrying on. You know, he's one of the bases for all of our historical knowledge of our club. But what he's put into our signature environmental project, the microplastic cleanup project. You know, this isn't just on a weekend he goes out and, you know, tells kids what to do and how to do things. This is, I mean, it's every day. He's working with getting the word out, getting videos done, contacting other clubs, getting material made, raising funds, going to all the different organizations in our area, trying to make money so that we aren't solely supporting this project, because it does benefit everybody. But I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna say I get 4 or 5 emails from him a day, but it's close to that. But for everything that he has done and still does, the above and beyond award for Guy. I don't know how you're gonna do this, Julia.
My assistant.
But again, and so this goes from before this year, of course. This has been since Julia's been a member of our club. She has really worked since the day she started. She steps up, does everything, is part of everything. Not just that, but then she represents our club in so many other parts of the community, volunteering a lot of time, making the greatest food, all the things she does, for everything. And then she comes here, attends all our meetings, attends the board meetings, again, takes care of a lot of our logistical stuff, as secretary to keep us running. And she's the backup to John, which is a big job in and of itself. Because, John.
He's got a babysitter.
Yeah. And it's not the easiest guy to sit next to when he's in here. So. But for everything that Julia has done for the last, since she's been a member, and most recently, the above and beyond, the steady lift award, excuse me.
Thank you very much.
And I can't give Mark his award because he's out and about. But we all know all the things that Mark does. Again, he is not just at our local level, but at the district level as well. He represents us very well. And he's been kind of the face of our club, but the constant part of our club for quite a while because of being the treasurer for so long. And we really need somebody to start shadowing him so that we have a consistent backup to alleviate some of that effort. But I know he's not here and can be online either, but we'll make sure we award this when he's here.
Yeah.
But I would ask for everybody to recognize Mark for one of the above and beyond award. And Tanya, you come up.
Yeah.
So
Right.
everybody who's chewing food right now, right? Or for a long time. It's not just been since we moved here. But again, logistically, we would struggle so much without Tanya, not just for every single week organizing lunches and making sure things happen here, but once a month. So say 5 and sometimes 6 days a month. For board meetings, she does that as well. We're taking people's orders, organizing that. Then all of our main activities are Christmas, our year end, our gavel transfer. Tanya, and I know there's other people there's other people, but Tanya is the focal point that gets all the logistics handled, make sure it gets handled correctly. And we just get to enjoy things.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of wheels turning behind the scenes. Tanya is one of the big ones. And so the above and beyond for it.
Thank you.
Okay, so you have a big leg and a big wheel. Wait a second. You're not gonna get too far away.
Okay.
Your club last year was number 2 in the district for per capita annual funding giving to the Rotary Foundation. That's for you.
How many clubs are in your district?
64. So that's not nothing. That's pretty cool. And you also got for last year, this certificate appreciation for financial support for End Polio Now. So you guys are givers from your heart, and I appreciate it, but more importantly, Rotary notice and appreciates it.
Thank you so much.
So. Okay, now you can go. Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's just nice.
Takes a village.
It's just a nice segue from those two
Yes.
recognitions that our club gets because it is. Because it is a full club that makes that possible. But some of you are gonna have to come up again. Oh, but I don't know. Richard is here, good, sorry. I wanted to make sure Richard was here. But if I could have Amy, Richard, Freddie, and Guy come back up. Please come back up. Again, as a segue from the awards that we received at the district level, I just wanted to, and November being Rotary Foundation Month, it's just appropriate to recognize these Paul Harris Fellow Awards to Amy, Richard, Guy, and Freddie. It also gives our club a chance to recognize 4 of our other all-stars all at once. While we have many all-star members who are generous with their time, money, and expertise week in and week out, representing our club here locally and at the district level, here are 4 who are being recognized for their donations to the Rotary Foundation, but also they're being recognized for their service to our club as board members with countless hours of service and fundraising and project leaders and exchange student coordination. And I mean, it's a lot of time, but it's well worth it. Our exchange program is awesome. And that's Amy, of course, is one of the main driving forces of that. But I just wanted to say thank you for all you do for our club and our entire community. And, you already know, I already talked about Guy, but Freddie, has been club president multiple times, sometimes as a surprise. And also just at the district level represents us great and is the driving force. Is always at events, always at board meetings, everything. Richard, the same way, always everything. He's our main person with the coordinating with the 4-H club, which is a serious fundraising event for us, as well as a great community service project to facilitate their auction each year. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and I wanted to say Amy, Paul Harris +3.
All right.
You don't need to. Richard, Paul Harris +4.
And
And Guy and Freddie. You get it?
yeah.
Paul Harris +8. Get a quick picture. Here's.
Okay, thank you. Did you enjoy my program? Okay, one of the first things I like to do is this, my husband keeps calling, dismiss. You should know me by now. Okay. I want to take a video. So everybody say hi to me. This is going to be on our website. This is the Newport Club. And they are in this beautiful new facility that is the Bayfront you can see out there. Very, very cool. So thank you for that. Check, that's off my list. Okay, so then I asked Brian to tell me what the club is known for. And first thing he said was microplastics. And I said, are you kidding? Guy has been bending my ear about microplastics. I've seen all of your videos. Love what you're doing. And how many volunteers did you have this year, and how much microplastic did you remove from the environment? Those are probably right up your sleeve, right?
I can't give you a count on the volunteers, but I can give you a count. We had like 185 pounds of microplastic removed off the beach. We had 7 days that we couldn't go out on the beach because of weather.
You're kidding. That's amazing. Good job, Guy. Youth exchange. This club's always been passionate about youth exchange. How many outbounds? You have one outbound, is that one? And how many inbound?
One inbound.
Is she here? She, he?
Okay.
Okay,
She's
weather.
Georgia.
Okay. But pass on my greetings for her.
And her host mom is here too, Christy.
Oh, that. Yes, I met Christy, so, okay, cool. Sister City and Literacy Park. Now, it's Sister City's Mombetsu, right? Because I went to Mombetsu when I lived here. And that was a very impactful visit. How many of you been there, Mombetsu? Take advantage of it. Do an exchange. You know, we do a lot of youth exchange, and I think that the exchanges are the way that we build peace in our world. You know, it's hard to be mad at somebody that you actually know, and you just don't think you know what they're doing. So, yeah, I encourage you to keep that up.
How about we have a park?
Literacy Park.
Yes.
Still down below the bank of Newport, and yes, I'm that old.
That's,
That's the one down there. Literacy Park is right by the library.
Oh, right.
And Dana.
What is the bank in Newport called now? First something?
for security.
I didn't even know that one was the bank.
Chris, Dana serves on the Sister City.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one for-
I'm born.
Oh, they're lucky to have Dana. That's awesome. So what do you want to be known for in 10 years? That's a question for me to ask you. What do you want to be known for in 10 years?
Service.
Service? Anything else?
Community service.
Community service?
Starting a worldwide microplastic removal project.
Initiating, being a spark plug. Amy?
I would like us to do more environmental projects. I feel like where we live and the state we live in and the much, there needs to be more attention because it's a crisis.
Yeah,
And so we need to come up with some solutions.
Rotarians are those people. You are those people. Anything else? Whatever. What else? Let me ask the students, what would you like to see the Newport Club be known for? What would be important in your future? Oh, but I'll pick on you for something else.
There's gotta be some.
Oh, you guys are so shy. Dream big. So this is my first visit as governor, so.
Their first meeting also.
Yeah, well, that's why I said that, is that I heard them say.
About scholarships.
Scholarships, would that be something?
Something you really would like, doesn't this guy? That we.
Like if somebody gave you $10,000 to make an impact, what would it be?
I'm giving you 10,000.
And a microphone. What are you gonna do with it?
I think I agree with like the environmental aspect because we just have a lot of tourism, and I think that like we just need to like the tourists are attracted to us because of the ocean, and we aren't really doing like good things to help with like all pollution.
Yeah, very good. Very inspiring.
10,000 on a mic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so. What? You know, I agree with the microplastic. You know, I've done a bunch of beach cleanups in my time that I've been here. And I think. Yeah, you know, the environmental is very,
Thank you, guys. You know what? This won't be the first time you've been put on the spot, and you guys did great. Just don't worry about it. Just speak from your heart, and I think that's what you do. So what Ryan told me is that you want to maintain and improve your community reputation of people and a club of action. Yeah. And so each one of you might have a specific different purpose to your action. Freddie's really into youth services. Guy's really into the environment. We all don't have to agree on the same thing. Marissa's interested in building membership. And some clubs aren't interested in building membership. So I just like, just a second, I just like my club the way it is. What would you want to build membership for? Anybody have an answer?
Because you lose members all the time.
New ideas.
And what could you do instead of getting $10,000? What if you got 10 more volunteers for your beach cleanup or for your fundraiser project? What could that mean to your club and the impact that you make in the community? So I challenge you just to think about that when you're thinking about membership. Membership isn't something you got to grow because the district said so. And a lot of clubs feel that way. And I say, no, you like the way you are, be the way you are. If you want to make a little better impact, a little bigger impact, figure out how to do that. And
Well, my friend John Daigle, scholarship, my husband Keith, we're all about scholarships. So that is one thing, but I am the chair of the four-way speech contest here in Newport and also for the district. And sometimes I have issues with following the four-way speech contest, and my husband made me a little card so that I can practice it every day of my life. And I would like to see all of the students that participate in the four-way speech contest learn at a young age that this is the things that we should think, say, and do.
yeah, practice it. You know, Rotary isn't something you go to on a weekly basis. It's something you are right here. It's that desire to make an impact, to change the world for the better. So the four-way test helps us model that. And wouldn't it be great if everybody on the planet would just like abide by that? That'd be kind of cool. Is that a little dreaming in Technicolor? Anybody old enough to remember Technicolor? Is it just me, or is your meeting location really positively impacting your club attendance, your potential members? Is it just me, or is it helping? You think so? You think so? What do you think? Do you think so? Yeah. You've got it written on name tags, so you must have an opinion.
I've been accused of that. I think it's a beautiful space, and actually the people here brought me.
Oh, the people here brought you.
Oh,
thank you.
So basically, I said, that I love this space, I think it's beautiful, but, it was the people that brought me.
Very good thing to think about. Anybody else have a thought about this space? John, what do you think? You were all quiet over there.
I think it's
Wait. Don't say anything really inspiring quite yet. Okay, now you
I
can.
think it's a nice improvement and everyone's really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I like the food. I like the service. And the round tables. Yeah, very good. Let's see. Oh, Brian told me that you've usually been a packed house with members and guests. Cool. Well, it looks pretty full to me, just from, I visit Newport Club more than once a year, because I used to live over here and I have to get fresh fish every now and then. So let's see, fundraiser successes. Rick Day, the guy that tried to make me cut in front of him in lunch line, talk about following the four-way test, was not fair to all concerned. Championed your recent fundraiser concert and silent auction to the tune of $10K. Really?
Thank you. There's amazing people in this room. A bunch of people sponsored, came to the show, gave us silent auction items. The people in this room are amazing. When I came here newly, they accepted me with open arms. It's an amazing group.
Well, they could probably see that potential. I'm just guessing.
Don't have a present after Amy.
Yeah, that's
Always looking. Did somebody else get the mic or no? Okay. Let's see, and then of course, Guy Faust and the microplastic. Did we talk about that? I think we did. That's kind of your signature project, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's very cool. We have a brand new public image team at the district level, and the chair is Deanna Rivera. Deanna is spelled with 2 N's, otherwise it's Deanna Rivera. I would be shooting her videos, emails. We've got a great guy who lives and is from Pakistan that is in our E-Club of the state of Jefferson, and he does all our social media posts. So that's why he told me to quit just taking selfie snapshots. He wants video, because what does video do as opposed to a photograph when you post it on social media? So he's trying to drag me into the next century, and I'm trying to let him. It's pretty cool. Water bottle filling. Now that is very cool. And I noticed that I drank my water out of a paper cup. Where are these water bottle filling stations? I try to call on people that make Dana run back and forth.
Well, Guy and I have been working on this, and we're gonna have one at Nye Beach and one on the Bayfront, and hopefully to add more.
Yeah.
So we're working with the city. We bought the water bottle filling stations, and they're installing them, and they're on order. We have signs. It's taken a little bit.
Yeah.
But we'll be having that, and then I'll have Rotary on there, and also about avoiding microplastics by
the way,
your water bottle. But I first just, when I travel, I use a reusable water bottle, and there's actually an app that you can find places where you can refill your water bottle. And so we're gonna add ourselves to that app to just another way that we can maybe project ecotourism.
Exactly. I mean, you always see them in airports now. So I look for them, and they're always or the sports arenas and that kind of thing. Very good. That's
Chris,
cool.
I just wanted to say part of the location, so we're trying to hit where where we get the tourists, and we get a lot of people who might want it. But we also have, because of our location and our environment, we get like these big youth softball and baseball tournaments out here, and we have a concentration of soccer fields and stuff too. So these are locations that we could also hit where people drink a lot of fluids, and we can, any of the macroplastics we can eliminate from our area.
Right.
With the microplastics.
Well, anywhere there's a water fountain is a good place to think about putting a filling station, right?
Yeah, I want to thank the Celeste Tribe. They're the ones that granted us over $10,000 to buy these different water stations. But next to the stations, there's going to be signage, and on that signage, it'll tell about the evils of microplastic and why you should have your own bottle. But it's also going to have a QR code. And so a visitor can scan that QR code in the summer, and the very next day come out and volunteer. We'll take it right to our website.
Very cool. Good job. You talked about disaster relief, and I wanted to report to you that our district has, when we had the Holiday Farm fire and the fire down in Phoenix that year, we were caught with our proverbial pants down, because after the fires started and, ravaged our land, then we thought, oh, we should have a vehicle for collecting donations. Well, people want to give right then, and we didn't have a vehicle. So ever since then, which was whatever year that was, we've been talking about having a disaster relief corporation within our district. And we've thought that's a good idea, and we passed it on to the next governor, the next governor, the next governor. Well, Cindy O'Neill, who was the governor during COVID and had to deal with those two big fires, on the spur of the moment, brought it up to the board right before the changeover. And I said, well, what's holding us up? Just doing it, just doing it. So to form a company is easy. Right now, we've got the board of directors, the governors, all in line for, yes, we approve the bylaws. Now we're going to apply for a 501c3, which doesn't happen overnight. But by 6 to 8 months from now, we will have a disaster relief corporation. And in the case of a disaster, you're going to see that thing plastered all over social media, on our websites, all of our news vehicles with a donate now button, because people want to help. They just need the vehicle. So I'm really excited about that, because it's not if, it's when. I drove through Depot Bay yesterday with those king tides and that wind. You know, all we need is an earthquake right then, and we got a big problem. So that's kind of exciting. Let's see, what else was I supposed to do? Give me 3 more pages of assignments, and I've got, 3 minutes. So I think I will just close with when you're going through governor training, they want you to give a 2-minute speech, and you give it to your classmates, and you give it to your line, and you give it to anybody to listen, my dog. You know how it is when you go fishing and you catch a fish that's this big, and the next time you tell the story about the fish, how big is it? I want to give you my 3-minute speech. And you're lucky you're early in my visitation loop, because otherwise it would have been a 5-minute speech. And I don't have time. But when we were starting our second satellite at Eugene Southtown Club, one of the people that was a potential member is a financial planner. Her name is Lisa. And she asked me, why Rotary? You ever heard that question? Of course you have. And I said, well, we're the best run service organization in the world. Together, we make this impact across the planet, in our communities and in ourselves. And you can hear the violins playing in the background, can't you? You know what Lisa said? So, that's a challenge. She says, Chris, in Eugene, Oregon alone, there are 2,200 nonprofits. She said they all have worthy causes, passionate people. They all need volunteers, and they all want money. So why Rotary? Rotary is one of them, except I have to pay to be a Rotarian. Now you got to know that people are thinking this when you're trying to convince them to join our great group that makes such an impact. So I had to have something more than how wonderful and altruistic we are to convince Lisa to join. So I made that a project. I went back to our financial statements, and I found out that your dues in my club go to the cost of doing business. You understand what that means? That means a club has to pay district dues. You have to pay international dues. You have name tags. Maybe you have tech support. Maybe you have a Quicken, or I know you guys use DACDB. But there are costs of being a club. And basically in my club, that's where your dues go, is the cost of being a Rotary club. That wasn't going to convince Lisa, was it? Oh yeah, I want to join so I can help you be a club. So I went back to our financial statements and dug a little deeper. And I looked at, okay, we have this much money that comes in for dues. And then you go all the way to the bottom line, because we have a foundation and we get grants and we do fundraisers. And we push out this much money that goes out into the community around the world to scholarships. What do you think that ratio was? If you were a financial planner, what would be a good return on investment of your dues dollars?
80-90%.
80-90%. How about 450%? That's what my club yields. And we don't call it a return on investment. We call it a return on impact. So once I showed Lisa those figures, and then I thought, well, this was so much fun. I might as well show the whole potential membership of this club that we were trying to get started, these figures. And I had them checked by our accountant and our district treasurer so that I wasn't making up stuff. And they were right. 450% return. Now, where else can you leverage your hard-earned dollars to make the impact better than Rotary? That's why Rotary is, because we leverage our money better than anybody else. All those 2,200 nonprofits in Eugene, heaven knows how many there are here or across this district. We're pretty darn cool, and that's why Rotary. And yes, Lisa joined, and every one of our satellite members have never been late on their dues because they know the why, and that's why Rotary. With that, I'm going to end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
And as we're talking about this, and I'm sure you know, one of our goals is to eradicate polio. So in appreciation for you trekking out here in the weather, we're going to vaccinate 50 kids.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, just a little bit more business, I think. I'll try to move through quickly. Sorry, I did get a newsletter out, and I will get it updated with some of the new stuff that we have. But that should be on your tables. I also eventually got it finally emailed. Somehow it didn't attach the first time, but it gave me a chance to add. Michelle had it's also on your tables for the Register to Ring Salvation Army. And so it has the little code and all that you can click on there, or it's on your tables as well if you want it solid. I wanted to point out that part of the, there will be an update next week, but it'll be kind of too late since you'll already be here. So I'll point it out right now that we're swapping our presentations because our surf rider isn't available next week, but they're available the week after. So we'll have our students of the month doing their presentation on the 13th, so next week. So if you were planning on missing surf rider, try not to miss students of the month because that's always great. And then surf rider will be then on the 20th. Let's see. I wanted to give you guys an update on we had the Thompsons, Mark and myself went up to the storage shelter, our storage unit that for the inventory cleanup on Saturday, and that went well. We braved the weather then and got a better idea of what's in there and got it a little better organized. I wanted to remind everybody, and it's on, I know John has sent it out as well, and it's in the newsletter with the link. But I want to remind everybody for the Sign Up Genius website for the Community Thanksgiving Dinner. Again, that's one of our community service projects that we're partnering with Julia and the 60 Plus Center here in Newport for the Community Thanksgiving Dinner. Again, there's opportunities to serve on all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, November 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So please sign up. If something's already filled on the sign up thing, that doesn't mean you can't come and help. If you're available for one of those times, come anyways and help. Just let Julia know you'll be there. I also wanted to give another reminder. I did it last week that we have the Corvallis Rotary Leadership Institute seminar registration is up for 2026. It's January 31st and February 1st. It's Saturday and Sunday. And I want to encourage all members, especially anybody who is thinking about serving in a leadership role, to try to attend that if they can. And I got Carla here, so I'm going to get doing one of my other favorite things besides the Paul Harris is red to blue. So if we could have Carla come up, please. And again, this is also a thank you to Marisa, all the effort she does as our membership matters. to get our red badges to blue. But here you go, Carla, and
Thank you.
now you're legit. With that, I wanna know we're probably going a little bit close on time. So one other announcement I wanna make though, because I didn't have to go out in the weather. I want to thank the high school for having the huddle system available.
Yes.
So I got to watch the soccer game last night. Boys won, advanced, beat Gladstone. So they're moving on in the tournament, in the playoffs. I think they're going to the same place the girls had to go, so long bus ride out to Henley and Klamath. But it was a great game, and at times, even on the huddle camera, it looked like torrential rainfall. At times it didn't look that bad, just like our normal weather here, but anybody who's been on the field there knows that that is one of the windiest places in Newport, is on Morrow Field. So congratulations to them. Ollie is one of the players on the team, so it was a great game. So we're gonna forego doing a secretary's report, but I'd ask John if there's a social media 50/50.
We do. The social media winner is Keith Nelson. And the 50/50 this week is worth $78.50. And the winner is Megan Shane.
So just before I do closing out and announcement of next week's meeting, I wanted to say there's two more announcements. Guys asking for people to stick around if possible to watch a video for input. It's just like a 20-minute video, I think, but most 8 minutes of it is just we'll be fast forwarded through, but it's showing what he is going to be sending out for presentation. And the other thing I wanted to make sure we gave time to is for Natalie to give an announcement on the Lincoln City's Rotary fundraiser for the holidays, is the holiday wreaths.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. So yeah, for those of you that don't know me, I'm the Executive Director for Yukona Nature Preserve and Learning Center here in Newport. And I'm your newest school board member. So there you go. And I'm also the co-chair for youth services in Lincoln City Rotary. So as you probably already know, we do our annual fundraiser. It's the only one we do. And we raise money for youth programs and scholarships in North Lincoln County. So on your table is the holiday wreaths. Mark Miranda asked me to come and tell you about this. He's the first person from your club that is now on my list to buy a wreath. There's $32.52 if you'd like to have it mailed. And my contact information is right here. So just take one of these flyers if you're interested. Get in touch with me by email or text or phone. And we just need to have your order before November 22nd. And then I will deliver, if I don't bring it to you personally, I will bring the rest of the wreaths here on your December 4th meeting. So personal delivery.
Wow, personal, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. I have something to say.
So a duck walks into a bar, he goes up to the bartender, gets up on the stool, and he says, "Have you got any grapes?" Bartender says, "No, this is a bar. We serve, alcohol. We have wine, we have beer. We don't have grapes. Get out of here." Duck leaves, comes back the next day. Goes up to the bar, gets up on the stool, goes to the bartender and says, "Have you got any grapes?" Bartender says, "I told you yesterday, we don't have any grapes. Get out of here." Third day comes up. He bellies up to the bar, gets up there and says, "Do you have any grapes?" And the bartender said, "If you come back and ask me that anytime again, I'm gonna take a nail, I'm gonna pound it through your beak right into this bar." That goes home, comes back the next day, bellies up to the bar and says, "Got any nails?" He says, "No, we don't have any nails." "Got any grapes?"
Would do it fine.
That's my,
Tim's a fine guy for that.
that was my fault, because I asked Guy to tell the joke.
But so, because, I know we're a little short on time, so we're not gonna do, Happy Bucks or anything today, but we will do it next week. So make sure you look at the bottom of the newsletter in case you don't know when your anniversaries or birthdays are. It's on there and we'll be hitting you up next week. As a reminder, next week's meeting is, here at noon, and it will be instead of Surf Rider, it will be the Students of the Month. So please make it to that. And with that, I will, who's leading us out with the four-way?
Okay, Rotarian. 4-way temp needs to be feet favored first. Second. Third.
But then goodwill and better friendships
Fourth.
will be beneficial to all concerned.
And fifth.
Is it fun?
Thank you. And again, everybody, you can stick around, just watch Guy's video. I appreciate it, or help clean up. Thank you.